I recently switched to an Asus router to replace my two old Apple AirPort Extremes, as Apple no longer is making a current model. And I started having some issues with my HP printers, which are Wi-Fi, not showing up or showing up as offline. And my other Mac's not showing up in the Finder sidebar. And I discovered a couple of router settings that seem to have solved this problem for me. So I'm going to share those with you. And what I'm talking about is, like, we go here to printers, and you can see that they're idle, and I can actually go in here and get my supply levels, open up the HP utility, and get all the information and settings. And before, I was getting errors. After it would work initially after I set it up, but then after the printers went to sleep mode or the MacBook had been asleep, this information would not come up until I reset things or rebooted the computer. It was just really kind of annoying. Well, what I found out, I had also noticed that on the AirPlay, this one, the living room Apple TV, usually showed up, but my other one, most of the time, did not. And we also have on the sidebar, my mother's computer wasn't showing up, giving connection errors. And so what I discovered, doing some searching around on Google and whatnot, is that the Apple Bonjour requires a multicast, and apparently most routers have that disabled by default. And I'll show you in my particular case. This is an Asus RT AC3100, and when I found you had to go under LAN IPTV, and this enable multicast routing IGMP proxy was disabled, and this enable efficient multicast forwarding IGMP snooping, those were both disabled. I switched them to enabled, applied those settings, and now, as you can see, when I go to print or to look at my printer information, they are indeed there and active, and that seems to have solved the issue for me. So I wanted to share that with you guys and let you know, if you're having those issues, that you probably need to turn on multicasting or the IGMP snooping, and that will probably solve your problems. So before, when I would go, like with the email here, and go to print, and where it says select printer, see my HP color laser jet already showed up. And if I touch on it, I can get my laser jet, my black one, or my color one. I can pick either, and then I can actually use the AirPrint. Before I change the setting on the router, when I would go to printer, it would just come up here and say no AirPrint printer is available.